Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy Dave from the Irish Hotspur, presenting the pre-match pump-up for today's Premier League match versus United. Look, there's a lot of pressure on today's game. But on the show today, lads, I will be taking you through the lineups. I'll be getting you, most importantly, the fans' opinion before the game. And that I'll be bringing you all the way through to the live watch along with Ben and Sim. First of all, make sure you throw a like on the stream. Make sure you smash the subscribe on the channel. And also, if you want to come on and have your say with me, you want to come on and join me, grab a channel membership, lads. Get on, have your say. This is what this channel is here for. This is what this show is for. I want to say a big thank you to Ben and Sim for giving me this opportunity as well. I want to say a big thank you to every single one of you for tuning in as well. There's over 300 people watching. Absolutely phenomenal. Come on, the WeAreTottenhamTV army, and come on, the Harris army. Look, you know, we're looking to do the double over United for the first time since the 89-90 season under Terry Venables. And I want to know, can we do it? I want to bring on the guests, and I want to know, can we do it? There's a lot of things going on today. I want to give you a bit of team news first. Ben Davies, he is out with an ankle injury, which he did pick up before international break. And also Gary Doherty is out with a muscle injury, which he picked up playing for the Republic of Ireland in the one they lost to Luxembourg. But look, there's a lot of questions to get through today. Who plays right back? Who plays centre back? How will we set up? Because we know United, they're a counter-attacking team. Their problems have come against low block teams. So we'll have to wait and see what Jose has in store for them. It's a massive game today. The pressure is on. West Ham are 2-0 up as we speak. Chelsea won yesterday 4-1 against Crystal Palace. And Liverpool won yesterday 2-1 against Aston Villa. And that actually leaves us 5 points outside the top four, believe it or not. So today is crucial that we win. But the guests are absolutely flying in. So why don't we bring on the first guest, lads? Let's bring on Brian Daigle. How are you, Brian? How are you keeping, my man? No problem. Thanks very much for coming on and helping me out, man. I really, really do appreciate it. But look, are you confident going into today's game?
I was confident, and then the Harry Kane news broke, and it's kind of burst my bubble. I'm very nervous about how this is going to go down and received. And at the moment, we just don't know what Tottenham's going to turn up. So I hope to be confident, but I'm probably about 60%, 40% that we'll get a job done today. It's that close.
Yeah. Well, look, what I'd say to everybody that's out there tuning in right now is get on your black scuff shoes or brown scuff shoes, whatever colour. Get your beers out, put your feet up, because Ollie is coming. Ollie Gunner Shoe Shiner is coming, and he's going to have them crystal clear. Brian, team news does come out at 3:30. It always comes out an hour before kickoff. But who would you like to see it right back today?
I've said Aurier. I don't get me wrong. I love Tanganga, and I think he's a centre back. But today, we need a definite right back at right back with Luke Shaw and Rashford running down that line. We need someone with the experience and discipline and that can offer something going forward. So I prefer Tanganga. I just don't see him as a right back, so it would have to be Aurier for me.
Yeah, no, 100% for me. Look, I think with Tanganga, I just don't want that inexperience. There was when he has played at right back, there has been some massive gaps between him and Sanchez. So for me, I agree with you. I would go with the experience.
Correct. You've got to.
Yeah, 100%. But Brian, who would you play as your centre back partnership? Because look, for me, I would bring back in Toby and I'd put him in beside Roden. Sanchez, he is a bit of a calamity. But who would you play at centre back?
It would be either Toby. That's a new name for him. Toby and Rodon, or Toby and Tanganga, and then Toby and Sanchez. And we know he's not going to play Toby and Tanganga, so the dream one for me will be Toby and Rodon.
Yeah, no, 100%. How important will Toby's experience be today if he does play?
Toby is absolutely vital. Listen, the way I look at it, when you play your strongest team, you've got to have a strong spine. And our spine, without a doubt, is Hugo, Toby, Pierre, Kane. And you have to play your best positions in the best players in the best position, and he is that. Especially with Rodon, he can coach him through the game like he did with Sanchez. But I think there's more potential with. I think Rodon is the future for us, as the way we look at it. So I think get Toby playing as many games with Rodon as he possibly can, and it can only benefit the kid.
Yeah, no, 100%. Come here, would you stick with Roden till the end of the season then, no matter what?
What? No matter what. Listen, he made a mistake on his debut against Chelsea. He made a mistake against Liverpool. He made a couple of mistakes throughout the games he's played. But listen, he's a young kid, and the only way you're going to learn is by making mistakes. And the one thing I love about him, when he does make a mistake, he doesn't hide. He wants to correct it straight away. I mean, Newcastle, he was our best defender by a country mile. So yeah, I would say, Rodon, you're going to be the centre back for the next God knows how many years. You're playing every game, even the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, Brian, we have a super chat here from Will Stewart. He says, "Come on, you Wayne Bonner." Sorry, he says, "Come on, you Spurs, 3-0 and all 3 points. A good performance is owed to the fans. Play for the shirt, play for the fans, play for the victory." What would you say to Wayne Bonner, Brian? Big up Wayne Bonner for the super chat.
Big up Wayne. He's a great guy, as Wayne. I've got they owe themselves a performance. Most importantly, they owe us a performance. The results have been shocking this season, and there's no accountability within the club. So they most certainly owe us. But if they have any self pride or pride in their work and their profession, they would say, right, we need to come out with a result now. They haven't had Europe. They haven't got the excuse of not being playing 2-3 games a week. So they should be coming out firing, and there's going to be no excuses. No excuses will be accepted in this game.
No, I agree with you. Look, as soon as I step over that white line, it's war for me. It's 90 minutes, you know what I mean? With the pressure, West Ham are after going 3-0 up. So the pressure is well and truly on today. Well and truly on today. We have to go and smash it out of the park, and we have to be ready. But look, Brian, we do have a few other guests waiting, and I do have to get through a few of them. So what's your score prediction? And before you go, I want your biggest come on, you Spurs. I want you to get us pumped for this game.
Okay, so I've said all along either 2-2 or 3-2 us. I've said on the 2 Bryans for my forfeit, it will be 2-2, but I'm going to stick my neck out because they owe us performance and go 3-2. And then I'll just leave you and say, just carry on doing your great show. As I said, Ben and Sim, we need to get you as chief scout because look at the contract negotiations, getting a great guy like you in. They can obviously sign great people, so we'll get them in next season. But I will leave you and say, have a great show and come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs. Big up Brian Daigle, everybody. Big up Brian Daigle. No, look, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And everyone, if you're only after tuning in, because I know a lot of you only tune in 5 or 10 minutes after the stream go live, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash the subscribe on the channel. Like I said, grab a channel membership. Come on and share your views with me. But look, let's bring on Will Stewart on that dour note that West Ham have gone 3-0 up.
What's going on, David? What's going on?
Big up, Will. How are you keeping, my man? Are you pumped for today's game?
Yeah. I was really hoping that Leicester was going to help us out today.
Yeah.
Like that happening right now, but hey, still in our control. We go out and right.
Yeah, look, it's still in our control. But the thing is, even West Ham beating Leicester, all it does is it just means we have to beat United. But then it closes the gap with Leicester and it opens up, that 3rd spot in the league. So then they potentially could open up 2 spots. So you could look at that in a blessing in disguise. But let's be honest, no one wants West Ham to go to Europe, do we?
No, we don't. We definitely don't want to finish below them in the table. That would be almost as humiliating as finishing below Arsenal, right? So, I mean, it's not something we enjoy doing. Yeah,
no, 100%. But look, with West Ham, they are playing a Leicester team, like I predicted all season long. That I do expect them to drop off come the end of the season, like they have, like a typical Brendan Rodgers team does, and like he has done before. But it just goes to show how crucial 3 points is today, and how much we really do need to beat United. But Will, on United, how can we stop Bruno Fernandes from playing? Because I know your big gripe is midfield, so tell us how we can stop Bruno from playing.
I mean, the biggest thing is just you got to be able to close men down, right? Bruno Fernandes is the kind of, give him a half yard of space or something like that, he's gonna punish you. He's gonna kill you. He's gonna find that through ball, or he's gonna put it in the back of the net himself. And you really got to close him down, get touch tight, and just giving people space, and we'll see today how to do that.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But look, how would you expect us to set up today, Will? Would you expect us to be pragmatic in our approach, knowing that United come to games and they struggle to break down teams that sit low block? Or do you want to see us take the game to them?
I mean, to be honest, I'd say we come at them the same way we came at them the first time around. I mean, even before the sending off, when that kind of changed the game even more into our favor, we were still 2-1 up, right? So
yeah,
I say we just go with that same mentality and try to open them up, because offensively and defensively they're not very sound.
No, they're not. They're not. And sorry, just a quick super chat here from Danny Kiriakou. Big up, Danny, for the super chat. My man, getting the support in. He says, hello, lads. Two of my favourite faces on Spurs. Big up, Danny. I really do appreciate it, man. Everyone else follow suit. Take the pressure off, Danny. Take the pressure off, Wayne. Get your super chats in. They really do help the We Are Tottenham TV army grow, and they really do help take this show on to a more full-time basis as well. We have to swear the lads' mind to make this full-time. But we do have a lot of people queuing up now, so I'm going to get your score prediction off you, and I want a big come on you, Spurs.
Yeah, so my score prediction for today's game has been 3-1. So holding strong to that, and just want to thank We Are Tottenham TV boys and for having you do this show now too, and thanks for having us on, and hopefully our team doesn't let us down. So stay strong, Spurs, and come on, you Spurs!
Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Big up, Will. I love that passion. Thanks very much for coming on, Will. I really do appreciate it. But lads, let's bring on Cody Mack next. How are you keeping, Cody?
Yes, David. How are we?
All good, my man. How are you keeping?
Yeah, doing really well. I just want to start us off with a little bit of positivity. There's been a lot of negativity around the club, so get pulling in the right direction here. As you know from my comment there on your stream yesterday was my birthday, and there was a really cool moment. I was on a video call with my mom, and my youngest daughter, who's 1 year old, took her first steps while we were on the video call. My mom got to see it, and it was just really special because, because of the pandemic, she hasn't actually got to meet my youngest daughter yet. So
yeah,
I think that's a good sign that we're going to have a good day today, personally, and I'm going to believe, baby.
Congrats, Sam, on your daughter's first steps, by the way, man. I speak for me and the We Are Tottenham TV army and the Harris army out there as well. But Cody, what's your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I mean, no idea what we're going to see for a lineup, but it's going to tell us a lot about the direction the club is going to go here coming down the stretch. I think everybody can interpret that the lineup selections have been a lot to do with some of the politics going on in the dressing room. So, if we're going to make a run at top four, we need to get our most talented players back into the fold, and we need them to be playing to their potential. That's just a huge question. But realistically, we could see anything from the same lineup that we've had from Newcastle to a lineup that we don't recognize at all. So it's really difficult to predict that for sure. But I just want to see fight. I want to see passion. I want to see pride for the badge. I want to see us going right to the end. It's time for us to exercise our demons and put a game away, especially in that last 10 minutes. Enough is enough. It's time to learn from our mistakes, and it's time to put it right.
What can Jose Mourinho do to get them players in that headspace, Cody?
Well, you got to hope that 20 years of managerial experience is going to serve him well. We're in the fire right now, and you hope that he might be able to take a couple of these players who have been kind of locked out and on the outs and put an arm around them or have a meeting with them or whatever it takes, because, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like there's a lot of happy people in that camp right now. So you have to hope that the coaching staff and the players have come together this week and had some serious talks and got everybody back rowing in the same direction,
Yeah, no, 100%. I fully agree with you. And look, for me, I pinpointed Lint Chocolate, aka Lindelof, and the Fridge, aka Harry Maguire, as United's weakness. Do you think we can definitely get in behind them today?
Absolutely. And I know not everybody is going to be a big fan, but I honestly think that we should set up to frustrate United and hit them on the counter because, that's where we're going to make the best use of the little speed that we do have. If we get Sonny out on the wing, bombing up and down, and Reguilon, that's going to be where we can hit them hard. And absolutely, that Fridge Maguire, that Fridge with boots, I swear to God, he's going to score an own goal today. He's going to kick one right past De Gea into his own net. Count on it.
Yeah, no, I hope so. And look, Son has actually, you've highlighted Son, but he's actually been off form a bit of late. Are you expecting a big performance for him today? You expect him to show up, maybe unleash the right boot a bit?
I think so. I think what we've been seeing with Son is that leading up to his injury, he was being overplayed quite a bit, and you could see it. You could see it in his disposition. We weren't seeing that classic smiling Sonny, and the injury was kind of like the culmination of that. And I don't look at the 45 minutes he played against Newcastle as something to really judge him by, because even in a 10-day stretch, if you're away from the game at this level for that amount of time, you're going to be a little bit rusty. So I'm hoping that this week has been a building block for Sonny, and we're going to see the dynamic on form version of Heung-min Son, because let's face it, without that version of him, we might as well not even show up, because we need him that badly.
Yeah, 100%. And come here, who would you like to see at centre back today, Cody?
Toby and Rodon. I know that like Brian was saying, Rodon has made mistakes in his previous games, but I really see a burgeoning leader at the back line in Joe Rodon. I think he's commanding, he's confident, he communicates well, he covers his teammates, he's a good pairing with Reguilon, and he's very calm. He makes the right decisions. He doesn't take chances. And you know what? I think, honestly, Rodon saved us a point last week. Without Rodon, we would have lost that game. No doubt in my mind. So, yeah, I'm looking for Rodon and Toby to come back in. And, I mean, you got to just hope that whatever is going on between Toby and Jose is water under the bridge at this point, because yeah, Toby's our best defender when he's on form, and we need the best version of all our players. We saw it last week. We can't go into games with secondary players thinking that we're going to be able to boss games. So let's get our best players back in there and get them on form.
No, 100%, Cody. Just quickly, we have a super chat here from Mintu Lee. He says, petition to keep David on WeAreTottenhamTV permanently. That's what I'm talking about. That's the love and appreciation. Look, I won't lie, the first 5 minutes I was nervous. You could probably tell, but we're settling in here nicely. I'm making it my permanent home. You know what I mean? But I'm enjoying the show. And big up for the super chat. Big up, Mintu Lee. I really do appreciate that. I hope everyone else is enjoying the show as well. Keep getting those super chats in. Like I say, grab that channel membership. I want to see your face. I want to see the names behind the faces. So get yourselves on here. And also, most importantly, help with the YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button. And if you haven't, smash that subscribe button if you're new. But we have another super chat here as well from Wayne Bonner. He says, Cody talks sense. Absolute legend. 100% he does. Cody, I've absolutely loved everything you have to say. Do you want to give your quick thoughts on the Toby Moll situation?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it on a few different streams here this week. It's really the only explanation that makes sense to me, because, you're talking about our most important defender, a player that makes the players around him a lot better. And, he's been on form most of the year, and suddenly he's kind of just dropped for no reason. The game before the international break, it was said that he was ill, and yet 2 days later, he's playing for Team Belgium. He comes back. There's the COVID protocol drama, Jose lying in the media. That's my theory. Is I think Toby was the mole that Jose was trying to get to sniff out, because once Jose said that, and once the hunt was on, everything kind of went quiet, and really the only quote that we got was from Toby's dad. So to me, it's process of elimination, because you can't leave Toby out because of his form, and you can't leave Toby out because of his effort. You can't leave Toby out because of his attitude. It just tells me that there's layers to this that we're not understanding. And you know what? You can't really prove me wrong, so I'll say whatever I want.
No, 100%. But look, Cody, we do have a few more people in the background waiting. So I want your score prediction. I want your biggest come on, you Spurs, and give me a line to get us all pumped for this game.
Absolutely. And before I give my score prediction, I do want to say, David, I knew you were going to smash it out of the park today. You're like a fish in water, bud. You're doing a great job. You're an absolute natural, and there's big things coming in the future for you and your YouTube channel. Absolutely. If you're watching now and you want more of what you're seeing, get over to the Irish Hotspur, click subscribe, grab a channel membership, support David, and show him some love. Me personally, and I'm going to preface this by saying that I have no factual information to back up this opinion, is I think we smash United 3-0 today. I think Kane scores early, Sonny gets on another goal on the counter, and we get that precious third own goal by Harry Maguire, that fridge on with boots. And you know what? You can look at what I'm saying and say that I'm not being realistic, but really, is being a Spurs fan as a concept realistic? It is not. You know, we've been dragged through the mud all season, and for me, I'm not going to live down there. I'm going to raise my expectations back up every time. I'm going to get pumped up for the game. I'm going to support the club, because let's face it, if as an organization we have a mentality problem, fans have a role to play in changing that. And I'm not going to fault anybody for being down on the team right now, but someone has to pull in a positive direction, and I'm happy to lead the charge. 3-0 Spurs. We're going to do the dirty double, the first double against Ole Gunnar Shoeshiner. Come on, you Spurs. Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go.
Big up, Cody. Big up, Cody. Thanks very much for coming on, my man. I really do appreciate everybody. Cody, he's brilliant, isn't he, lads? He's absolutely brilliant. And thanks for the kind words. You know, it's too much. It's too much. I don't know how to take it, but I'm really enjoying myself today. I hope everybody else is. We are, I think, 2 minutes out from lineups coming out. But let's get on Amir. Let's bring on Amir. He's been waiting patiently. Let's see how he's keeping.
I'm doing well, David, mate. I'm doing well. Great to see you on the We Are Spurs and We Are Tottenham. And, you know, great job on your channel, the Irish Hotspur, lad. Fantastic.
No, thanks very much, man. I really do appreciate it. So, look, what's your thoughts on today's game, man?
Listen, simple as, we got to go out there. Like Cody said, positivity, go out and win the game. That's it, simple as. Doesn't matter what lineup he picks, what defense, who's there, who's not there. We go out, we're at home, we win the game. Simple as that. Simple.
Yeah, no, 100%. I fully agree. Are you confident going into today's game? No lies.
You know what? Obviously not. With the previous performances, you can't go in confident, like, you know, but at the same time, we've got the players. You know, Son's come back from injury. He's drew a performance. With Harry Class A up there at the top, you know, we've always got a chance. I just think it's key how our defense sets up, and, you know, hopefully Rodon will be in there with Toby. That's what I want to see anyway at the back. I can't see Sanchez being in there again after, you know, his shocking performances recently.
Do you think though, Jones, might stick with Sanchez and Rodon though?
I can't. He's too mistake prone. You know, the goals against Newcastle were a joke. I mean, the things that you'd see over here in the Israeli league, David. I'll tell you the truth. You know, the clearances, nobody. You know, it's laughable. It's laughable, to be honest.
100%. And look, before lineups do come out, I do want to ask you, who do you want to see at right back today?
Do you know what? I'd give Serge the chance, you know, because I think the guy's been through a lot, everything that happened with his brother and stuff, and he has put in performances today. He is, you know, prone to a mistake here and there, but I think he does great work getting up and down the line, and we know he can defend well when he's on point. So yeah, I'd give him the run out tonight, definitely.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, Amir, how do you think we should set up today? Like, what formation would you like to see? Would you like to see a 4-2-3-1? Would you like to see a 4-3-3? You think Jaws will go 4-4-2 like he has done in previous games? What would you like to see, lad?
I think he's probably going to go for a 4-2-3-1, to be honest with you, you know, because he knows that they do have that talent there, that Rashford, the pace up front, you know. So I think he will be a bit pragmatic today. Knowing that we need the win. We desperately need the win to stay in the hunt for the top four. And that's what's key, David. That's where our fans now need to push on this team to get top four, because without that, lad, we're losing Kane. We're losing Kane if we're not getting that top four. So we all need to get behind the team and really push on through for this season, get that top four spot.
Yeah. And come here, on Harry Kane, what do you think? Do you think he will leave?
if he gets top four, if we get top four, I think he's staying, and I think the board will go in and they'll back Jose to, you know, and get all the players that we need in. That's the only way we're going to succeed. You know, if you look at the past, we've got rid of so many great players over the years. Berbatov, Carrick, you know, right at their peak. Bale, we got rid of him at the peak.
Yeah.
So we have to keep hold of Kane. We have to keep hold of Kane. He's. I was saying to someone earlier, 150 mil. It might sound like a lot of money. Yeah, we can do bits and bobs with it, but he's worth way more than that. If he stays with us for 5-6 seasons, he's worth way more than 150 mil. Way more.
100%, 100%. But look, the lineups are out here, Amir. I just want to give it a run through here. So it's Hugo Lloris in goals, Aurier at right back, a partnership of Roden, Moonboots, aka Dyer, Regulon at left back, Højbjerg and Endon Baller in the middle. The Celso probably out on the right. It's looking like Lucas in the number 10, Son on the left, and Kane up top. Geez, look, main talking point there is Eric. What do you think of Eric Dyer's inclusion?
Well, he's Jose's baby, isn't he? He loves him. He loves him. So I'm always willing to give players a second chance. If he comes in and puts in a performance, I'll be delighted with the lad. You know, I know he's passionate about the club. He's passionate about football, so I give him the chance. You know, but he has to back up his ideas, and he also has to realize that when he's saying things in public to the fans, we're picking up on every little bit. And for him to think that he hasn't. You know, he's doing all right this season. Well, you know, the fans will tell him otherwise. So he needs to buck up his ideas, but hopefully he can do that today.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying. It's a concern of mine. But look, we need a massive game from him today. A massive game.
That's it.
Massive game. Massive. Look, it's. Well, what do you think of Lo Celso being picked to probably play out on the right-hand side?
Let's see. You know, he's getting back to fitness. He has shown signs, you know, in the last few games that he's getting there, and he knows how to play that killer ball. So I'm hoping he'll do all right. It's just the injuries that have really, you know, kind of stop and started his career with us, really.
Yeah, I fully agree. Quickly, Amir, we have a super chat here from Brian C. He says, "Go on, David, the Irish Hotspur." Strand, excellent from all the guests. As well, come on, you Spurs today. Big up, Brian C. Really do appreciate it, my man. Keep getting them super chats in, everybody. But Amir, before I let you go, I want your score prediction on your biggest come on, you Spurs.
Sure thing, lad. Sure thing. Well, I'm going 3-1. I reckon with that defense, they might sneak in a little goal on the break or something after we've gone 2 or 3-0 up. So I'm going to go 3-1. And just quickly before I get off there, David, just so you know, I've got my own YouTube channel as well. It's nothing to do with football, but it's called Open Peace Podcast. We're getting Israelis and Palestinians together, getting them talking. So for the listeners out there, go ahead, hop on over to us, subscribe down there, do something good for our region over here, promoting peace. And come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Let's do it. Let's do these Red Devils.
Come on, Amir. Thanks very much for coming on, Amir, and sharing your thoughts, man. Really do appreciate it. Absolutely brilliant. And I'm loving the content.
Keep it up.
No, thanks very much. And everybody, get over, check out his YouTube channel. It's an absolute great cause. But I just want to give everybody the lineup again before we bring on Bob. Lineup is Hugo Lloris in goals, Aurier right back, Roden and Dyer centre back. We have Regulon at left back. We have Ndombele and Højbjerg in the middle. We have Lo Celso out on the right. We have Lucas Moore in the number 10, Son out left, and Kane up top. Let's bring on Bob from Bobspur TV. Let's see what Bob's thoughts are on today's game.
How you doing?
How are you keeping, Bob?
YouTube exclusive, mate. First ever live stream for Bob Spur Jr. I wanted to be on your channel.
How are you keeping, Bob Spur Jr.? How are you keeping, my man?
Hi. Well,
you pumped up for today's game, lad?
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not happy about Dyer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too. What do you make on that call, the two Bobs?
Oh, mate, it's a surprise. I think, if anything, it just compounds how much of an issue he's got with Toby, don't you think? He's letting his... Because it's evident he's fit. The fact he played 3 consecutive games for Belgium, it's not like he's injured. So I think, unfortunately, he's letting his personal feelings get in between him and and Toby, unfortunately, it's to the detriment of the team because, mate, Toby Dyer, you can't really compare. And as for Bob Spur Jr., you don't like Dyer because
he has a square head.
He's got a square head. That's his reasoning.
I don't like him because he wears a pair of moon boots. Every time he kicks the ball, it goes straight up into orbit. Sometimes NASA has to send up a rocket to go and correct it. You know what I mean? When he takes a shot, sometimes I'm looking out my window to see if the ball's flying by.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah. So
here, a question to Bob Jr. there. Look, do you think we're going to win today, lad?
Do you think we're going to win?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's going to score for us today?
2-0.
2-0. And who's going to score?
Harry Kane.
2-0. Harry Kane, 2 goals.
Look, he's taking the Harry Kane hair prediction off me. He can't be doing that now. Only I'm allowed to predict the Harry Kane hair prediction. But because it's Bob Spur Jr., I let him away with it.
That's it.
But Bob, Lo Celso included. This is one we touched on. We were talking a bit about last night. Maybe I actually said that I think Lo Celso will probably be out on the right hand side. What do you make of that inclusion on the right?
We just want him to have a good game. I personally think he's still not fit against Newcastle. He just looks short of fitness. He is obviously one of our better players, so you know it's good. I was hoping Bergwijn would get a game, and I know we both of us spoke about it. I know you slowly came around to that thought as well. But yeah, Lo Celso is a quality player, matey. It's just his fitness that worries me a bit. So let's wait and see. The fact, my worry is, I suppose he's been picked because he just gives that extra protection. It will go inside a bit more than what a Bergwijn will probably do as well, and give us that protection in midfield up against Fred and McTominay. I don't know if we've had the Man United squad yet, team yet, but I'm assuming it's just probably making up the numbers in midfield if and when required.
Yeah, 100%. And come here, we have a super chat here from Wayne Bonner. He says, "I love our American fans. They are so damn passionate. You're knocking it out of the park, David. Hashtag Harris Army. Big up Wayne Bonner for the super chat, my man. Bonner. Really do appreciate it, lad. And we love guests from all over the globe, especially our American guests. You know, they are 1,000% passionate. I agree with you, Wayne Bonner. And thank you so much for the kind words, my man. Everyone else, get your super chats in. If you haven't already, make sure you smash a like on the stream. Make sure you smash a subscribe on the channel. And look, there is room if you want to come on and have a chat. The link is in the membership, is in the community feed. Click on it, come on and have your chat. But Bob, how do you think we're going to be able to release Sonny down Wan-Bissaka's side today?
We're going to have to. I mean, another thing that I know he's playing on the other side, but he has got a pass on him as well. And the number of times we did say Lo Celso spread the ball out from right to left or left to right against Newcastle was quite a bit. So I'm hoping the Ndombele and certainly Lucas and Son can always interchange as well. Sonny down the middle is a bit more confident than Lucas out wide. But mate, as always, we're always confident. He'll never say a Spurs draw or a defeat. So I think we should go down Bob Spur Jr. route at all times. So, but yeah, I reckon 2-1. The Dyer thing's a whole. I'm trying to put that out of my mind. I'm going to put a blank on that one. I'm going to pretend he's not playing. To be fair, sometimes when he plays, it looks like he's not playing. So it makes no difference.
Do you think his comments in the press worked during the week then? When he was saying he wanted to be scattered, his ashes scattered over the week over the Tottenham Stadium. Jose's
a sentimental kind of person, isn't he? No, I think it just compounds how much of an issue he's got with Toby and or as Cody calls him, Toby the Mole. I think there might be a bit of truth behind that.
Yeah, and come here, Bob. Do you think maybe I jumped the gun? Do you think it could be a 4-4-2 still, or do you think it is a 4-2-3-1?
I think it's a 4-2-3-1.
Or it could be a 4-3-3.
It could be a 4-3-3, yeah, with a more narrow 3 in the middle. But I think knowing Jose, I think 80% of the time this season he's played with a 4-2-3-1, hasn't he? And he likes both Pierre and Ndombele in the pivot. So yeah, I mean, there's every chance that he might play Lo Celso in the pivot, push Ndombele up and put Lucas out wide. I hope he doesn't, because Lucas looks his most dangerous in that number 10 position. So yeah, mate, we never expected Dyer to start. We don't know what's gonna happen now. All predictions are out the window.
Yeah. And come here, do you think maybe Jose was listening to me when I said put Lucas in the number 10 and set him on Maguire because he likes to come out with the ball?
Yeah, most likely. Me and you are both big believers that Lucas is at his best at number 10. Definitely not out wide. So, yeah, hopefully. But he decided to ignore our calls for Toby, though, didn't he? So it's one of you can't have it all.
Yeah. And Bob Spur Jr., what player are you looking forward most to seeing today?
Who are you looking forward to most?
Dele Alli.
He's not playing. I know. That's always an answer. Dele Alli. Dele Alli, no. He's probably Harry Kane.
He's my favourite.
Not any. Oh, right. Yeah, he's a Dele Alli fan. I think it's the hair. It's the hair, or I don't know what it is. But no. But no, it's Harry Kane next, isn't it? Probably. Yeah. The Harry Kane. Harry Kane, Dele Alli is the only two people.
He's a Harry Kane lover like me. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to hear. But come here, Bob. Do you think we're going to get the double? Do you think we're going to do the double over them? Do you think we're going to win?
Yeah, I've been saying 2-1 all week, Dave. So I'm not going to change that just because we have a certain player playing. Although I should, but heart always rules me. You know that by now. So I'll 2-1.
Yeah.
Unlike Ben, I've never predicted a Spurs defeat. So no. But just going to quickly say, mate, well done for today. Very proud of you. I know we had a little chat yesterday with regards to today. Spot on, mate. You're smashing out of the park as expected. And just a big up to Tommy as well, mate.
Yes, actually. Big up Tommy as well, actually. I hope, if he is watching, I hope you're okay, man. I sent him a message in that anyway, but cool. I hope he's okay. And everyone else wish Tommy well as well. But Bob, before I do let you go, 2 more questions for you. Look, if we don't win today, is George's position untenable?
Mate, I've said to you numerous times, regardless of my thoughts on Jose, we have to give him till the end of the season. You know, there's a rebuild, regardless of who the manager is or who's coming in, who's going out. There's a rebuild that's needed at the end of the season. So, I think the board's vision will decide if Jose stays or go. For me, if we don't finish top 4, matey, and we lose the Carabao Cup, and we still don't have an identity, we're still umming and ahhing about what position. Questions obviously have to be raised with regards to Jose, but if they are going to keep with Jose, he has to be backed. And if he's not going to be backed with loads of money, then Jose quite obviously doesn't suit Spurs and vice versa. It might be best for his sake and our sake. He gets moved on. So I say massive. Salah broke a record. Massive summer for the board.
100%. And on the summer, do you think we're going to keep Harry Kane beyond the summer?
That's a hard one. I won't want to say. There is. It's one of those. If I'm convinced about something that I don't like, I don't tend to mention it. I do have a funny feeling that Kane might go, mate, if we don't finish in the top 4. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, lad, I'm dreading the Tottenham team with Harry Kane. But look, before we let you go and bring on your buddy Josh, I want your score prediction and I want the biggest come on you Spurs from the father and son combo.
It's 2-1 to Tottenham, and as always,
come on you Spurs.
There you go. You done it for me.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Let's get the win for Bob Spur Jr. Let's go. Lads, thanks very much for coming on today. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thank you. But lads, let's waste no time. Let's bring on Josh. Let's bring him on.
Oh, am I in, David?
Josh?
Can you hear me? Hey.
Yeah. How you keeping?
I'm good, buddy. Congratulations, man. Loving the show, mate. I've been listening to most of it, and great to see you on here, mate. Keep it up.
No, thanks very much, lad. Thanks very much, lad. I really do appreciate it. I just hope I'm knocking out of the park, and I hope I'm providing entertainment and that for people at home. I hope it's working out.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. Yeah.
Well, so, come here. What's your thoughts on today's game, Josh? Give me them.
Oh man, I've just seen the lineup, and I want Eric Dyer to give us a performance. He's back in the team. It's been a few games. Hopefully, that little timeout has made him reflect, giving him a break, and giving him a chance to realise that Jose's still going to give him a chance. A lot of these players think that Jose might have given up on them. Rodon was out for a bit. Dyer's been out for a bit. He's back. So rotating the players doesn't help with consistency, especially when we've got 7 days now. There's no injuries bar Davis and Doherty, I think it was. So it's not a rest based decision. It's a tactical decision. Everyone's had 7 days. So what basically he's saying here, Jose, is look, Eric, you're not out the squad. You're not out the team. Do you know what I mean? You're in the squad. You're not out the team. And go and show me why it's worth me giving you another chance. So on that basis, let's hope it inspires Dyer to focus, concentrate, mark his man, dictate, lead, and be next to Sanchez like a leader. And between the pair of them, this is an opportunity to show against a very good attacking team. In the 3 they've got up front, in Bruno, in Pogba, in Cavani, in Rashford, that they deserve to be starting. So it's an opportunity. But on the other side of that, David, I worry that obviously individual errors, when the boys are under pressure, when they've got to decide what to do on set pieces. United, I did a video on my channel, analysis on United versus Tottenham. They put 25%.
3 hours long, lad. I was going to say. I was only speaking to Bob about that last night. How do you go for 3 hours, man?
Yeah, I went into a lot. I went into my story when I met Dele Alli as well. So that took up a bit of time because I met him in Marbella in 2016. And I wanted to tell people about Dele Alli's past because a lot of people don't know how tough it was for Dele Alli growing up with his family situation, let's just say, his personal situation. And there was other things involved. And me and Dele had that conversation for about 3.5, 4 hours ourselves in a bar in Spain, And Dele was really nice, man. He let me sit with him on his table. We got along really well. He said, come out afterwards. I couldn't go because I had a flight. But I wanted people to know and understand that Dele Alli, I know he's a bit childish, he's a bit immature, and, he's not playing to his capabilities. But, we have to look at footballers, and we have to look at sometimes some of these footballers have not had the best of lives before they got into football. And football was a way out, and football was a way for them to release. And Dele Alli is an example of that. But he needs help. Dele Alli needs help. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't help himself, David, with some of the things he says and does. But 50% of Dele Alli, if we can get some help, then I think we've got a player there that we can rely on in the future. But back to the game, I think, for me, you know what? It don't surprise me, David, man. We've had centre-back pairings change every few games. Do you know what I mean? And it's a merry-go-round at the back, And it's almost like Jose's saying, I don't know my best centre-backs. You guys come in.
On the centre-back situation, Josh, actually, sorry, I'll just take a super chat here and then I have a question. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. Super chat here from Will Stewart. He says, with Dyer in the squad to start, Jose is putting himself in the firing line. If this goes wrong, he may have a lot to rant about tonight, lads. And you know what, 100%, that's exactly what I thought, Will, as soon as I seen, Eric Dyer on the starting. With him being pressed on Toby Friday and not wanting to answer it, I think he's backed himself into a corner. And I do think he's put everything on the line now. I do agree with that. Big up Will Stewart for the super chat, my man. Really do appreciate it. And then we have another super chat from Mick Hanacombe. He says, big up the Irish Hotspur, feeling quietly confident today. But would a draw be a bad result? Come on, you Spurs. Josh, would a draw be a bad result today?
I'll take a draw, man. I'll take a draw, David. I know it sounds wrong to do that at home. United attack about 25% more than we do. When you look at the whole season, and this was the analysis I did on my channel, was they put 25% more crosses in. They take 25% more shots on target than us. And they attack more than us. So on that basis, with the team selection I'm looking at, it's not Rodin and Toby, which is what I wanted. It's Sanchez and Dyer. And, they've been labelled as dumb and dumber, whatever you want to call them. Look, let's not get first and foremost, if we lose today and Sanchez makes a mistake, can we have no racism for Davinson Sanchez? Because that's been going on. So let's just put that out there, David. Do you know what I mean? Let's just put that out there. Yeah, because, some people watching this, you might get angry after the game. If we're going to get angry, let's take it out the right way, man. I'm just fed up with seeing racism with Bergwijn and Sanchez. And he might be under the firing line tonight, Davinson Sanchez, if he makes a mistake. Eric Dyer's been taking a lot of abuse, but rightly so. These players need to fight for their futures, David, man. Do you know what I mean? We can't carry passengers like Sanchez and Dyer. So this is the time for them to say to the club and the manager and the coaching staff is, you know, I am going to step it up. I am going to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to mature and wise up and man up. However, the question is, you know, if you're not, if the talent is not there, the ability is not there, then how much can you do with these guys? You know, maybe you can get a player.
And that's what I was going to ask you, Josh.
Yeah.
Do you think that Mourinho is doing enough to try and forge a centre-back partnership, or do you think, you know, he is trying and just every time he's ultimately let it down? What's your opinion on that? And sorry, just quickly, we do have a super chat here from Jordan Stevens. He says, Jose loves to play Russian roulette with his job, hoping this pays off. Yeah, no, 100% he does, Jordan. I fully agree with you, my man. Look, I think it's live or die today, especially with playing Moon Boots alongside Roden. But big up Jordan for the super chat. Everybody else, get your super chats in. Let us know your feelings and your thoughts on today's game. The chat is absolutely flying. There's over 300 people watching. Make sure you get your super chats in and your comments. But Josh, sorry, do you think Jose is doing enough?
Do you know what it is, right? Jose and his staff will be doing, in their eyes, what they think is enough. But Pochettino also tried with Dyer. And, you know, he never got that starting place really cemented under Pochettino. And, you know, it was kind of a utility play under Poch. And now Jose's trying to, you know, get his right centre-back pairing. Don't forget, Toby and Dyer, when we played United early in the season, you know, they went on to have the best defensive partnership in the league for a bit, you know, defensive partnership. But we were playing more compact, David, so the team was covering and helping them. You know, we were playing a more counter-attacking, sucker punch, crosses coming in, and that protected them. And when you look at a centre-back pairing, you've got to look at the two in front of them. You know, we can't isolate players. You can isolate players. You know, you can isolate Harry Kane and you can say he's the best striker in the world, but you then look at the service coming into Harry Kane. So likewise, you've got to look at, you know, the players in and around Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez. Now, if it's Doherty and it's Ben Davis, that's not going to help them, is it? No. If it's, you know, Tanguy, who's not defending as a CDM and he's too busy being an attacking midfielder rather than a defensive midfielder, that's not going to help them. So we've got to look at the 3 or 4 players that play in that system in and around those centre backs. But what is clear is those two have made a lot of individual errors. Whether it was bringing down Timo Werner at home to Chelsea when Timo's facing the other way, he's not even facing the goal. Whether it's Davinson Sanchez, you know, against Manchester City, there's a lot of individual errors. But we have to also address the situation of why are we getting constant crosses and attacks coming into that defensive part of the pitch when we should be really controlling the game a bit more and taking the game to the opposition by, you know,
do you think that might come down to the stat that we have given away the most passes in our half in the Premier League? We've given away 911. Do you think that definitely contributes to it?
Absolutely, and we've given away the most leads. We've dropped the most points from leading positions as well. So that goes hand in hand with the fact that we have quite a low passing accuracy compared to Man United. I haven't got my laptop in front of me, but pretty much we're about 20 to 25% down on each major stat when it comes to passing, tackling, crossing, clearances. We've got 650 odd clearances. They've got 400 or something. But the reason we've got all these clearances is because we invite pressure on. So I feel like Jose has to take responsibility for the way we play, and the players have to take responsibility for their individual performances. And Leicester have just scored a goal. It's gone 3-2. Let's hope they
3-2, 5 minutes to go. Is the comeback on? Could this result work out in our favour? Oh my God, I hope so. I hope so.
5 minutes.
But we have sorry, Josh, I just have a super chat here from Jordan Stevens to get to as well. He says there's a reason why Poch phased Dyer out of the team. And look, 100% I agree with that. But under Poch, he was kind of playing as a CDM. We have tried to hand him a contract and tried to convert him to a centre-back to probably try and fill a gap. And look, for the start of the season it worked, but then he went off boil. But big up Jordan Stevens for the super chat. Sorry, Josh. Just on today's game as well, what way do you think we're going to set up? Do you think with the players we have out, I'm just going to run through the lineup again. It's Hugo Lloris in goals. It's Aurier at right back. It's Reguilon at left back. It's a partnership of Roden and Eric Dyer. It's a midfield partnership of Ndombele and Højbjerg. With Lucas.
Is it Roden, not Sanchez? Sorry, it's Roden, is it? Okay,
It's Roden, yeah. with Lo Celso, Lucas, Son, and then Harry Kane up top. But Josh, do you think it is a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3, or it still could be a 4-4-2? What do you think?
Yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to switch to a defensive shape when we're exposed with United attacking us. So we've got to kind of make sure that Lo Celso plays an attacking as well as a defensive role. In fact, the whole team, bar Sonny, you need Sonny to defend from obviously Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw are going to be bombing up the pitch. So we need our wingers to defend. So whether it's Lo Celso on the right or whether it's Sonny on the left, whether it's Lucas Moura cutting in and helping out either side as a false number 9, he needs to switch flanks and double up on his man. But for me, what it is, you know, if you look at Newcastle, we were wide open. And we allowed Newcastle to come onto us. We gave a lot of space away. We didn't press enough, and we weren't compact enough. And Jose Mourinho teams have been always, you know, the trademark of a Mourinho team is compact, hard to beat, difficult to break down. And that's what worries me is what he's known for is exactly what we're not doing. And we were doing it earlier in the season, David. You know, we were top of the league, you know, based on that work ethic, you know, of being compact, hard to beat, and then being really fast and expansive on the break with counter-attacking football. And it was like, you know, the winning formula for Spurs and this squad. And we were all singing Jose's name, you know. But now, you know, we're sitting here not very compact. And today I want to see a compact performance because I think the only way we're going to win this, David, personally, is to try and nick a goal early on. I hope we score the first goal. And then we try and pick United off. Because if we try and play that open football, we just seem to get exposed, mate, against better teams. Liverpool have done it to us. Obviously, Man City have done it to us. You know, in Man United, if we open up too much, we might get exposed by their transitional play. So for me, I want to see interchanging formations whilst keeping the game simple. So 4-2-3-1, that's fine with Sonny on the left. Kane dropping, allowing Moura to overlap because Moura likes to overlap and Kane being the kind of the provider. And then Lo Celso coming in with his kind of dribbling runs and his kind of assist play. Tanguy making late runs. But as soon as United have the ball, what I'm looking for is a very quick change into a compact shape. So not players walking back, not players yelling about missing a chance or, you know, looking around at the cameras or looking at the floor. Lamela can do that sometimes. He just looks at the ground and he just walks for 5 minutes. It's like, look, we're going to be under attack now because, you know, De Gea's got the ball or someone's got to get the ball into Pogba or Bruno. I want to see the players jog back 20, 30 yards and get back into a compact shape. I'm not seeing enough of that, David. And that worries me because against the bigger, better teams, even against the Newcastles, we're getting found out because we're not getting back into shape. So organisation, discipline, these are the basics of football. This doesn't matter if you're Messi or Ronaldo or whoever you are. You know, you have to play for your teammates and you have to get back into shape. And I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing bits of it, man.
I just have a super chat to get to there, Josh, from Brandon Victor Dixon. Big up, Brandon, Mr. Power. He says, I don't understand Dyer over Toby from any angle. I love Jose Mourinho, but this is a dice roll from all perspectives. Match, job, fans. 100%. I agree with you, Brandon. I fully agree with you. Look, he is rolling the dice today. You know, he's going full Jose on it today. But big up, Brandon, for the super chat, my man. Really do appreciate it. Everyone else, we are ending off here now in about 2 to 3 minutes. So make sure you get your super chats in. Show your appreciation to the boys for making this show happen. Show your appreciation for the boys in the background, the technical staff. And, you know, show your appreciation for me last but not least. And as well for all the guests that's come on today. And I want to welcome new member, Everton Football as well. Big up. Thank you so much for joining. And I do hope to see you on show for the next game as well. Everyone else also, grab the channel memberships. I want to see the faces behind the names that I'm always seeing in the chat. Come on and have a word with me. But Josh, look, before we let you go, my man, I want a score prediction and I want your biggest come on you Spurs.
I'm going to stick to 3-2, which is what I said on this channel a couple of days back, on the basis that we finish, you know, we get 4 or 5 on target and we finish 3. And come on, you Spurs. Come on, son. Let's have it, son.
Come on. Come
on, Harris.
Big up,
come
Josh. On. Thanks very much, Josh. Thanks very much, Josh, for coming on. But look, guys, thank you to everybody for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. All your support has been absolutely unbelievable. You know, everyone in the chat, everybody with the super chats, even the new channel member, it's a great way to kick off the show. Look, for me, what I'd say to everybody is get your shoes out, sit back, open your beers. Ollie Gunner Shoe Shiner, he is coming to town. He is coming to town. We can definitely do one over United today. Look, as soon as we cross that white line, it is war for 90 minutes. I want to see passion. I want to desire. I want to see desire. I want to see a willingness to win. I want to see people running. I want to absolutely rip United apart. I really do, guys. As well, the watch along does start at 4:15 as well. The post-match show then is after as well, so make sure you tune in for that. That will be after, usually about 10, 15, 20 minutes after the watch-along, the post-match show starts as well. So make sure you get on the post-match show, share your thoughts with the two boys. And make sure, of course, everyone tunes in for the watch-along starting at 4:15. The boys are going to take this home. I've started it. I'm the layup. I set it up. The boys are going to take it home. They're going to see us to victory. A big thank you to everybody for tuning in. The Harris Army, the We Are Tottenham TV Army. A big thank you to all the super chatters. A big thank you to everybody that is a member of the We Are Tottenham TV channel as well. In Jose we trust. Come on, you Spurs. Let's do this. Harry Kane for 2 goals today. And I'll see you all next week. Over and out. I'll hand you over to Ben and Sim for 4:15. Let's go. Come on.
you.